Hi, my name is Karina Akidal. I'm the managing editor of Canadian Auto Dealer. I'm here with Normand Hébert, who's the president and CEO of Groupe Park Avenue. So, Normand, if you can maybe tell us a bit about your experience since COVID-19 hit, what happened to your dealerships in March, your employees, and what work was done all the way up until this point.
Yeah, quite a unique time in our lives. I had just come back from some business trips in Europe at the end of February. I'd seen the Geneva Auto Show canceled. I'd seen the Toronto Auto Show, as well, and realized that we had something pretty serious on our hands. So we created a crisis team around mid-March. And composed of our senior management team, HR, communications people, and we had decided to bring down the level of our employees because people were not coming in to buy cars and were canceling service appointments. And while we were doing that, the government reacted, and third week of March, we actually closed all of our operations, laid off 1,150 of our 1,200 employees, and basically just shut our stores, powered them down, and then focused on the financial part of our business. How do we conserve cash? How do we postpone loans or payables or other things that would drain our cash other than our payroll? So we did that, and at that point faced the month of April, which was going to be a zero revenue month in our heads at the beginning of the month, and said, well, now we're okay to get through this crisis, and not knowing how long it would last.
No, I understand. Did you implement any protocols before? I guess I know the CCAQ, so the Quebec Dealers Association, did release some very strict protocols. Yes. Did you implement any before those came out?
Well, as we closed, a lot of these protocols were just becoming a reality. So we didn't really have them in place when we closed. I think it was the 18th of March, but I got involved quite quickly on a small task force with the CCAQ and its leader Hébert Jr, and developed a protocol for service departments in light of the warming season and winter tire replacement, which was necessary. And we said, let's get ahead of this. So we developed quite a strict protocol, and we had seen the grocery stores starting with plexiglass dividers and things of that nature. And so we worked with suppliers to be able to develop those products for car dealerships, for service advisors, for eventually salespeople, and markings on the floor for the 2 meters, and so we did all that. We presented it to the government, and on April 15th, they announced that we were able to reopen as an essential service, especially with the tire season, and so that was put in place. And then right away we started work on a sales or a showroom protocol, which we developed and again presented to the government. And I think that helped us be able to be a part of the group of retail stores that will open either on May 4th outside of Montreal or May 11th in Montreal.
Do you have any advice or any insights that you'd like to offer all the other dealers in Quebec or even in Canada?
Well, I think really take this seriously in terms of the hygiene, sanitary measures in our places of business. These are not things that we're used to. We're used to having our technicians all sit down at a big table and have lunch together. We can't do that anymore, and we're used to being very close with our customers, whether in the service drive or in the showroom. We have to maintain distance. So I think it's let's be safe and let's make our places of business a healthy and safe environment for our employees and for our customers. And then I would say, let's focus on the recovery. Let's be proactive. We're in a retail environment and a selling environment. The programs that our manufacturers will be offering us will probably never be as aggressive and as interesting for the consumer. I think the consumer in Quebec, at least, will probably not be traveling a lot outside of Quebec this summer. So maybe it's the time to upgrade or change their vehicle. Maybe some people, as they go back to work, will want to avoid mass transit for a while. Again, an opportunity to perhaps buy a less expensive new or pre-owned vehicle. So I think remain proactive, remain positive, be safe, be healthy.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview, and I wish you and your family good health and safety during this difficult period.